Welcome back to the next scenario that sounds quite a bit like a cool version of an alternate history, but cool, what is it called? Kuybyshev. That's per the sound or how to pronounce in Russian there. So it's just a nice scenario. Name is well done. I must say it's just well done. This whole alternate history is much better than just, well, they surrender because. This is quite a bit more fun than the base game, I think. So let's skim through the briefing. I've read it. You could read it at your leisure. I'm going to not go over it in any great detail, as it just says there's a lot of Russians about, and we need to be careful and advance in two different directions at once. So that's what we'll do. I'm not going to take any outstanding week or whatnot. I'm going to take another crippling blow, I think, and pay the 30K is what I'm going to do. Alright, so let's deduct the 30K and take the crippling blow. I'm going to plop that on one of my fighters. As the last turn in the scenario, we were doing like there'd be 16 strength fighter and we'd be doing 0 for 15. It's not exactly what you'd want to do, because the thing will come back and then you have to attack it again and go through the whole process one more time. So I think that these things were eliminating any given fighter in its entirety because of the rapid fire characteristic. This plane here, as much as it may or may not, the rapid fire really wasn't doing all that much relative to the other targets. I didn't really notice the rapid fire. Like if you put a rapid fire on a ground unit, it makes a huge difference. Maybe because of the overrun, it bumps it up from, say, a 0-13 to a 0, or like an 8-13 to a 0-15, because if you overrun a unit, you get no points in return. So it wasn't really doing what rapid fire you'd expect it to do on a plane. I wonder if I put the rapid fire on one of these single shot planes. It seems a waste to put it on a single shot plane as well. First strike. I wasn't really using this thing to attack anti-air emplacements, which really is the only reason for first strike. And as presently, it has no air attack value. First strike is completely irrelevant. So, if we were to take the rapid fire, which we already have off of this unit, and put it on the Redone unit, I think that would be a marked difference. And then we can put our new crippling blow on this unit, and that 5 extra hard attack, or soft attack, hard attack specifically, could make a huge difference relative to the enemy's ground defense. Will it though? The truth of the matter is, I don't think it will. As we were diddling around with a JU-390 that had a 15 heart attack, I didn't really notice all that much difference there either. Probably due to the lower relative values of the 15 and 10 versus the ground or air defense, which is around that 15 as well. So you get a 32 heart attack versus, say, a 20 ground defense, and that's a huge difference. But there's no huge differences in the air, so maybe I'll rethink that as well. So back to the original thesis. What do these have? Double lightning, first strike. First strike, double lethal. We have no lightning there. I wonder if we have a lightning attack mulling about, or just sort of, we don't know. I'm going to find a lightning attack for that unit. If I had to say, I have a couple of lightning attacks here on our rapid-fire flame tanks. And while these things are fun, they make a nice sound and whatnot, that could harness a rapid-fire and a lightning attack as well as a crippling blow off of that unit and put it into reserve. They weren't really performing very well last turn. I wonder if I could dredge up a tank or something. Like this unit specifically. What if we were to upgrade this unit to a something or other? Or upgrade it to what though? I have 6 slots. I think I've used all my upgrades previously as well. Do I have a... I can't do it. Okay. So we could upgrade that tank to something that could be of use. We have 6 slots is what we know. It's only 6 Panzer General is what we have. We do, yeah. That's not really a whole lot of slots relative to the number of air. Well, I suppose we could put an anti-tank out. It's probably for the best. Maybe I'll plop one of these extra recon cars that I brought out back into reserve and maybe bring an anti-tank. But anyway, back to the point at hand. We now have 2 crippling blows and a rapid fire. So this unit here probably could do with, say, a crippling blow. Like that. So that'll probably down, say, up to a 16 strength or more enemy fighter. You'd probably lose the legendary there. We'll put a crippling blow there as well. The same can be said of that. It'll probably down the enemy fighter as opposed to not. We have a rapid fire. These have the ×2 rapid fire hero. These are innate rapid fire. You have... oh, we don't have... We have a rapid fire that we harvested from that flame tank that can be placed on what exactly again? Let's see here. Camouflage, lethal. I wonder if we took the lethal attack, whether we could run another bomber. Do we have another bomber? It'd be a single shot bomber. Or we could run another... Do we have an ignores entrenchment? I think we do. We don't. We have plenty of air, really. What we have sort of lacking is ground. And our Panzer General has treated us quite well over the years. But these tanks are such that they probably are enough. And we could... let's see about what happens if we go like this, and then we put our rapid fire hero on this camouflage tank, Jag Panther, like so. That would mean we have almost enough for... what's the slot value here? It's 12, not 14. So we could probably run another Jag Panther. They're actually sort of relatively fragile, but they move quite far. Let's see what options we have available. We have some fast deployment, like a lot of fast deployment heroes, and we have some Soviet 100mm here, or a pack 44. Let's see. That's a 12-30 with 4 rounds. This thing here has 4 rounds, I see. You have 4 rounds as well. Do we have any more? We need more rounds. That's not going to do it, unfortunately. 23 heart attack. I've essentially destroyed all my other... How about you? 24 is not going to do it either. Movement 5. This thing, we have 38 parts. Is it worth the limited stock relative to this? It's not. It's a better unit here as well, the Pack 44. So what if we were to upgrade one of our anti-tank to a Pack 44 and then put the this thing is half-tracked? Let's see if it would bog down. Probably would bog down in rough and or forest. We're really not going to go anywhere but on the roads, really, usually. I bet we could save some slots that way as well. And maybe run 2 anti-tank. Let's see what happens. We have quite a few of them about. I think this one has some awards points, but probably not many. This one has surely... Look at that. It's better off than the other. So if we were to upgrade you... Fast deployment to that. It goes from 12 to 6, and we could run 2 of these things. And ask us if we care about whether they're destroyed or not. We sort of do, but I can't say that I do. I'm sure the people that run that are running that anyway. Let's do that. Let's do that. We'll upgrade 2 of these units. Maxed out 5-star. Just like so. To a pack. We can't do it. We've run out of upgrades. Well, that's life in the big city. Let's get him out there. We can't do that either. We can, though. So this thing is going to get mercilessly attacked by infantry because it has a ground defense of 12. And if it gets caught in organic form, which it won't because we're going to immediately put a fast deployment hero there. 4 rounds, 32. What's its soft defense? It's not soft attack. It's not really all that bad. I wonder if I have a butcher. Where is my butcher hero? And is he needed? I have exactly 1. And I think I know where he is. He's right. Where is he? He's on one of our prime tanks. Is he really, though? Where is he? Oh, he's on here, yeah. This Tiger 2 does very well with Butcher. It's it rolls up to conscripts without any recon. Just does away with them. In fact, it's been overperforming since I created it. And this +2 speed just makes it all the more brutal. First strike, +2 heart attack. And I like the Butcher on this thing. Putting it here is give this thing a, an 11 heart attack, which is completely irrelevant as it's an anti-tank weapon. Let's scrap that idea. So what we can do here is we can put some camouflage there. Let's make it put a camel color there. So how brutal can we make this weapon? Here we have the rapid fire 1.5 hero. This thing has a 32 heart attack. I think it'll probably do well enough. Cripple the enemy to where they can be overrun. We can put hit and run here. I don't know whether this thing has overrun or not. Let's see if it does. Or the ability to acquire a steamroller. Looks like you do. But you don't. which is fine by me, really. The question, is that because it has no overruns, or because the Toad version doesn't have overrun? I'm betting the latter. So if we put one of our many overrun heroes there as well, we can get a bit of play there as well. Maybe get some pin action or whatnot, who knows really. So it's now an offensive unit as well. Can at least go and do something twice if it's close quarters. That looks reasonable. Would I like another one of those things? I would. What's its air defense? Air defense is 1. That's a problem, really. But again, we have 4 of these. Why don't we mark that this thing can never ever be away from its air defense under any circumstance whatsoever. Any circumstance. We are not going to, we're going to marry these 2 at the hip. This one and that one. So let's upgrade you to full value like that. That gives us 4 slots. Do we have enough recon planes? If I had to say, we don't, because they get shot down and then we'll need another wave of recon planes that we need to send out. So what we need to do is bring more recon planes out from reserve, because we need to know what is there so we can either bomb it or avoid it. Alright, so where does that leave us now, and what heroes do we still have available? Let's see what heroes we have in our stock here. None of them are looking relevant. We have a couple of legendary. We have a lightning attack. First strike. We have a lot of heroes available, alright, that's for sure. So any unit that does not presently have the full outfit, that's why we deleted that lightning attack in the first place, so we can put it on this unit. So it's essentially now the same as any other. It has less points, award points, than this red one, so let's paint it the same sort of color, but instead blue. So the tiers are the black, red, and then blue. And as for what, actually this one is topped out on soft awards, we're looking for the +3 hard, and I don't think we're going to get it by the end of 45, which means probably ever. But it doesn't matter. It doesn't matter because it's done good work so far, and surely will hopefully continue without being shot down. So what we're looking for, places to put a first strike hero, specifically these guys. They're fine where they are, really. They've been doing very well. This one, I suppose first strike, although infantry that attack it will run into a 20 ground defense. And first strike against hard targets at this point, it has a 13, but yeah. Okay, so all of these units are essentially maxed out, except you. And it's nice for hit and run. Let's see if we probably will out initiative any given infantry, in theory at least. Let's see, the hero is no infantry. Well, I've seen it happen. It probably will happen again. We have some slots here on this for our legendary heroes, so why not send this unit out? We'll make a big to-do about it and whatnot, and it'll get us 100 prestige per turn. What else can this unit have? I suppose we have a hit and run. It's probably not a bad idea. Its initiative isn't really all that high, but it's higher than what would be infantry, which it won't do much against because it has a soft attack of 12, but it's something. It's better than nothing. You have a slot available. You have none. You have none. These units, just thinking of losing the camouflage on either of these units. What would happen if we did that? We'd probably get bombarded or be bombarded by the enemy more often than we presently are. But if we were to lose the camo, we'll put it on our 37 anti-air, and if we double up, run 2 of these, one of them probably will fire and the other will not fire because the unit will be completely obliterated by one or the other, at least in theory. Let's think on that for a minute here. If we run these in tandem, we can theoretically destroy 8 enemy aircraft that come and attack our units in any given turn. If we fully camoed out our anti-air core and torqued it, that would allow us to destroy a lot of units on our turn as opposed to the enemy's turn. And we could also, I'm going to think on that and see what I can diddle around with these units. Let's see what happens. Well, I shuffled around the heroes and it looks actionable. I think it's probably going to happen. The only crux in the plan, well, first of all, I have a camouflage here, 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 and here. So all of our anti-air are camouflaged, and we also are running the anti-air veteran, which makes them equivalent to a lethal attack hero. So in theory, this 24 air attack with a ×2 rapid fire should down any given fighter in one shot, meaning that this secondary unit that is accompanying it will not be triggered, or vice versa. In theory, this thing with a ×2 rapid fire as well, which it has as an innate ability, with the crippling blow, probably will down any given fighter on a non-cloudy day. And if it's a cloudy day, the enemy air won't do as much damage on our ground units either. But the danger is running out of ammunition. Like on a cloudy day, both of them will probably fire, meaning that only 4 units will be destroyed and will take a horrendous amount of fire as our entire armada or battalion or whatnot will start taking fire. And these things are very expensive. 1,500, 1,300, 1,100, 15, etc. But I think we're going to live through it, as we can extract prestige via auto surrenders with these scavenger envelopment, no retaliation 234/48 rad recon cars. I took the camouflage off of these and put crippling blows on them. So I was ruminating that these things would take fire, errant fire, if they're not camouflaged, but the errant fire is like, so what? They have a 25 ground defense, and if they want to fire on them, they probably, well, they will take a horrendous amount of fire back, especially if they are undamaged. And if they're damaged, they probably won't do much. So, say an artillery wants to fire at this thing, it's going to take like a 152. What if it fires here? That's a 25-25. Other than ours is lethal and crippling. So the thing is probably going to think twice about doing any of that. In fact, I doubt it happens. So the camo was activated in the last large-scale scenario, which is similar to this one. It didn't really happen all that much. And these things were most of the time under anti-air aura, which really didn't get triggered all that much either. Mostly because they would fly to the area, realize there was a ×2 rapid-fire 24 air attack 8837 there, and not do anything. So now we have redundant backups, as previously noted, and I think this is a better mix. So what have I done here? Different from the last scenario, nothing. What have I done here? I put a first strike on this rapid fire ×1.5 high air attack as opposed to hit and run. It'll end up being the same. So here we have first strike and hit and run on a single shot. So that should work out for the best. These things were being attacked in the air. So if it has first strike, I think that should stop. This one I put first strike on there as well. That I took off of these two anti-air units, which were not really doing much. Even though they would strike first, an IS-1 would roll up and it would laugh at their first strike, or shrug it off and as completely irrelevant, which it was. So I took them off and put them here. This thing should be all the more brutal. I wouldn't doubt if it one-shots any given ground defender, and then can move on to another, because it has a double attack, phased movement, rapid fire, and crippling blow, with not quite maxed out yet. I wasn't running a tactical bomber for a very long time. I was using mostly strategic air or bombing. These things are exactly the same as they were, only one doesn't have rapid fire, which is, as explained earlier, irrelevant. Exactly the same except what? No hit and run. I think we must have a hit and run hero. And here's the heroes as they exist. We have extras, but nothing we can use effectively in the field. I suppose a fearsome reputation. I'm not even sure that one is... I think I probably got it as an errant one and forgot to delete it, because I have only one. And there's another fearsome reputation out there somewhere. What I do at the beginning of the scenario is click on the low tier hero and then choose from Gemini. So I think that's how I got that fearsome reputation. If not, I don't really have a use for it anyway, so it doesn't matter. If I had to say, this ferocious defense probably came in much, well, irrespective, we don't need it. As for you, we're maxed out, we're not worried. We have more prestige now. We're not using Provocateur. Who knows? Maybe I have a use for it. This one I'm not gonna use ever again. And the rest of these, who knows, really? I suppose we'll just leave them be. We have 20,000 prestige now, but anything we can put on that unit, there's not. So that's the crew as it stands. So now we need to figure out where to put them. So here is the map in most of its entirety. We can deploy here, 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 or here. This one is interesting, but probably not practical. It's probably almost the opposite of what I say. If you play it right, it's probably intricately actionable as almost exploitive. where you can send a core group up here to destroy the run up the middle. But we'll not do it because I don't want to do that. We're going to start a large group here and a large group here and leave this area be. And then we'll crush whatever we find in the center at some point like that. As to how we end up here, with our Redone unit and our strategic bombing corps, I think that the enemy would set up defenses here, expecting us to travel the safe route, which would be here. The safe route being there's only one river hex here. We could bridge this as well and come across. Here there's two bridges, and I would wager that these units are going to be well defended. If we can catch them before they entrench, we can destroy the entirety of this lot, I think, with ease from here. I bet, I don't know why I bet, but I think that this is going to be challenging to overrun or deal with and get here fast enough. I think that you can get here fast enough, and we should be able to do away with this lot in that manner. Then we can pivot down here, take this, and then get back up on about our way, which would be here, way up here from the back end there, or pivot back over here and attack from this end. I don't like the back end because I think that's what the enemy expects us to do. So we're going to pivot, I think, across here and up here, and then bombard from this area. So this is where our, well, and then we have our other force here. We have an innate anti-tank to spine, and von Teutoburg there. So I think what the mod designer is saying is that don't deploy as many of your own units over here, because we've got the spine and such there to add a bit of backbone or whatnot to your force. So I'm going to deploy a smaller force, which is not going to do as much as our main battle group. They also don't have to go quite as far. So really they're just going to skirmish and battle and grind their way up this way here until they reach this. Our main battle group is going to be fearsome and mobile, with I believe our air as well. Fearsome and mobile. Okay, so how exactly fearsome is that? There's a lot of close terrain here. I wouldn't put it past the defenders to have a lot of partisans and who knows what else in this close terrain to guard this back route, which I think is probably going to be easier accessed than this front route for whatever reason. I don't know why I think that, but that's what we're going to go with. We're going to go with that assumption. There could be a huge tank battalion here that we'll have to cope with, and unfortunately for Gottwald, it's going to be his problem and not ours. So to that end, along those lines, we're going to deploy our artillery here, most of our main battle group here as well. We're certainly going to have both of our camouflaged anti-air, the vigilant one surely, and it's oh boy. So the question now is So these camouflaged units, unfortunately, have to stick together or they'll run out of rounds, and then whatever they're protecting will be mercilessly bombarded. We could have this shock tactics fighter over here with this other group, wherever exactly that is here, it can pin an enemy unit and protect the ground units as well. So if we were to say put this unit, deploy it here, and then deploy this other anti-tank which doesn't move very fast, say here, we have this, the spine Jag Panther. Jag Panther, it's a Jag Tiger, which again, it doesn't move very fast, as neither does this one. And again, it doesn't have to go very far. So the question is where to deploy this unit. In theory, it should be here, which means that we can only have 2 groups and can't really deploy anything here without protecting them from the air with, say, this unit, which is not a problem per se. I think we could do it with our phased movement. We can go out and destroy a plane or 2 and then redeploy over our ground units so they don't get bombarded. And that's the plan. These units, we're gonna have them let's say we'll get you here and you here. We'll have our Jag Panther here, and we're going to skirmish up in this area here, but not really go anywhere. At least that would be the plan. As to whether any of that gets worked out or not, I don't know. Okay, so we have let's see, our Panther 2, our Vigilant Low, our Surrender Tank. Let's see, the Surrender Tank, I'm going to put it over here for, this is going to be a funky group that is going to get stuff done, but not hammer anything. It's just going to grind forward. We do need some support over here other than, well, we have the anti-tank. And I'm going to put, say, you down as well. Here. These 2, let's see, any sort of mega units. No, we're not going to do that. The problem is that I think infantry is something of an issue over here if they get close. So let's put you down. No. You, let's see what's there. Lightning, rapid, and hit and run. So it should do well enough against infantry. And this group, yikes, is not particularly impressive, really. No, it's not. What we'd want to do is deploy a couple of recon planes there as well, surely. But we do have these units to the Berg and the spine there. If we sort of defensive ourselves up around this area, we can have the enemy suicide their planes, and then once their air force is gone, we can advance in theory. They'll suicide into these 2 camouflaged anti-tank or anti-air units. On the sunny day, we should down any given, this thing fires, it should down an enemy air unit. At least that would be the hope. Do I want to deploy any more of these units over here? I think I have to deploy this Tiger tank over here. I do. Yep. Okay, so we don't have a lot of support over here, but we have some. Should I deploy the slow tank over there as well? probably should do that as well, huh? Okay, okay, so this is not a weak group. It's not a overly potent group either. Fine and Teutonberg, I think it should be able to get the job done. So, what we have now is this double shot fighter and the Redone unit and our bombers. Let's deploy our bombers here, here, and here. We have the Redone unit, we'll place there as well. And we have this fighter there as well. We'll put one here, a recon here. There must be other airfields about. We'll put one there just because. We'll put one here because. Here again. Let's put another here. Will probably be shot down almost immediately, as he has no, well, our infantry. Our infantry should be relatively safe next to this Jag Tiger. So maybe they'll go up and skirmish in this area in the close while these guys go where they shouldn't go, into the close as well, and then through the close here, down into the close here. So I would wager that the enemy would expect us to put our armored units here, or our hard targets here, or our tanks here, and our infantry here. We're going to do the exact opposite and really screw up its thought processes there. We're going to send our Luke's tank here as well. It's vigilant and should do well enough. And that is the deployment phase. Let's click the button and carry on. Let's see if we were right. There's no one there. Let's see what goes on over here. There's no one there either. There is someone there, though. There sure is, yeah. IS-3, 3, IS-2, 44. Yeah, I got all that. So, let's see. We've got... we'll go out in this direction as well. There's no one there. We'll find out what goes on here. Various sorts up there as well. I'd like to be able to scout next turn, so we'll leave this unit in reserve or keep it adjacent to our singular air defense or offense and such. It looks like it's defensive mostly in nature. So where are we going to go and what are we going to do? This is all a theoretically friendly territory. I say we need to take this guy out. We have a singular surrender on this side of the field. Could we roll out here and surrender you? We could. We're going to take some air punishment, I think, if we do that. But the sooner we get this guy out of the way, the better. Because we can't bomb him. We'd have to flame him. I think we can... 19. That's no problem, though, because we can go like that. Hit and run this guy. We go like that. I'm going to take some fire here. We don't have to take any fire, though. We have no idea what's here. That's the problem. Well, we don't have to worry about it because we'll not worry about it. Boom. We'll roll up here. Let's see, we have no vigilant units here at all. We have this unit, which is really, it doesn't have any camouflage, but it's useful to scare the enemy off. So if we move our camouflaged group here, and like say where's our, and then our Jag Tiger, get it as far, oh yeah, we go right here and get you forward here and get our recon vehicles, say where's the low tank go? Right here. We'll leave our recon vehicle in the close because I say bring it on. They want to attack this recon vehicle, it can move and repair. They'll be able to get exactly one attack in. They'll damage themselves in the process, and that'll be the size of that. We're going to move this mouse right here. Actually, we're under the air aura here. This mouse is probably horrendously expensive. It is 1908. Its air defense is 17. It's raining next turn. Let's see. Well, we can move the mouse here, and then you will not do anything. We're going to go right here and move the mouse up here. We're going to go out right here, right there. We're going to get right up there and here as well. There's a lot of support going on here, and this is essentially covering all of our group twice. So if they come, they should be shot, one-shotted by either of these units. We could kill 8 enemy air in any given turn. I'm not sure that there are enough. Let's see what happens. Yep, 18-0. I should go up there, and the question is, do they know we're there? Well, maybe they do and maybe they don't. So this side is done. There's nothing really more that can be done. Let's see, we've deployed you. That guy's out on a scouting mission. Let's roll over here and see what's out there. I see. I'll find out what's up here as well. There's not a lot, really. This unit will leave in reserve, at least for the time being. We're going to find out what's up here. Yeah. I don't see a lot, really. Maybe the counterattack is a bit further out. Low tank, this unit there, we can get there as well. So if we put you, wait a minute, yeah, that's essentially sort of backward. They're not camouflaged anymore though either, are they? So I'm going to change these things to just a standard. Actually, I'll get them mixed up with tanks. We'll put them as a default. That's the wrong one. Okay, you. After messing around with a couple of different color schemes, I finally painted these things red. This one is the 3-shot. I was going to paint them both the same color, and then I realized one of them only had 3 ammo and the other had 6, so I definitely want to make a difference. This one also has shock tactics. This one doesn't. So where are we going to go? We were going to go forward here with our 3-shot unit. And get here with our 6-shot unit. And then we were going to roll up forward here for an overrun or some other... I think we can't surrender you, but we probably could surrender one of these units. So, if we move our Panther here, we have one move left. Just no problem, really. As we have the ability to support that move here, right? How far can you go? Let's see. So we can move our... we're already running into trouble with the differential in ranges here. Two range, 3 range. Almost need 2 flak 37s to make my camouflage plan work. So this is, well, here we go. That's what we've done. We'll try to find a way to make it work. We'll have some, do we need support? We'll find out. 18 and 10. 18 and 10. These tanks are not here to play, that would seem. 18 and 10, so I'm going to move our Jag Tiger up there. We have not as yet... we can bombard you and you. Let's get you right there. And get you forward there as well. Let's see what happens. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. I don't believe it's true, so we'll not do it. Let's get our vigilant unit up there. And we'll get on the road here as well. $17.10, that's better. So it looks like we can advance 14 points, 14, 15. It's not the light. Let's roll it out here. This lot here, we have 2 rounds left. We can step right in. Have 2 moves there, I see. So we can step right in that city and be happy. In theory, I think we can still surrender this 100mm if we do any damage. We're not doing any damage though. And you, we're not doing any there either. That's not a problem because we're going to bomb this 100mm to oblivion. Not before we send Rudel out to see his new crippling blow rapid fire thing going on here. 17, 13, 15, 15. Yikes. Alright, so we'll skip all that part. I wonder what happens here. 1-9. 1-9 there as well. We don't really need any trouble with this these anti-air units, although in theory they will also be readily overrunnable from the ground, assuming we can reach there. So why should I mess with these units, as this Panther theoretically is just going to stroll up this bridge? Boom. This guy is not entrenched enough yet to where it matters. and then it's over for this whole lot. So, why do it? We can move this mouse right on the enemy's airfield. Do we want them coming, though? That's the question. So I'm gonna bomb this lot out right up here. We have let's see what we're doing here. We're doing 13 points right there. Do we have any enemy air about? We don't. What if we go like this? What if we go forward like that and like that? We can get back out. We can also... Why are you not... Well, whatever the case is or isn't, I'm going to take both of those out. We're going to... let's see what we'll do. I think we can move here. Move our aiming assistance man like so. And bomb these units to oblivion. We don't have to deal with them. Let's see what happens here. 12 points. Who needs the trouble? Not me. Double shot here as well. Why not double shot this guy? Again, I think the AI will probably be scared away by the rapid fire burst strike, so it won't attack, and therefore it won't run out of ammunition, and therefore our 2 rounds left will be sufficient. Let's see. Let's roll this unit. Rats. Well, we have some moves left. Let's roll this mouse up this way. We'll get our the flaw in the plan. Well, we can go here instead. That's even better. We'll roll our Jag Tiger here onto the enemy's airfield and have our phased movement 229A protect both of these units from the air. Let's get the heck out of this area here. We can get right here on that road. That must be everyone or close to it. Let's we'll go like that. This unit, we're happy just there. Happy. I'm going to Z out all these units, put them to sleep. Let's go ahead and click the button. See what happens. 1 down. 2 down. Oh, almost down. Therein lies the problem. We need 3 range on both. Fortunately, there's... yeah, there we go. Bogged down. Well, we got a fair number of enemy air, that's for sure. Let's see. Oh, they ran out of targets. Oh. That just, well, therein lies the plan and the problem. Oh. It's raining, so we can't put it to these guys. Luckily, we one-shotted most of them, so there's not a bunch of stragglers there. They're just gone, which is good. That is about an hour in. Let's take a look at what happened here. It's carnage. We're not going to have the support of our Jag Panther. We're going to need to repair. This unit needs to repair, but luckily it can move and repair. The same for this Panzer II Lux. That's a reconnaissance vehicle with phased movement. Luckily, whatever happened, this Strat bomber did not get one-shotted by our Flak 37, and our Panther remains completely undamaged and ready for a 5-unit one-shot rampage. We can send our low tank up to hose this thing and then leave this lot for our Panther 2. Nothing happened here. These units are grounded, and nothing happened here, oddly enough. I don't think I even saw any enemy air here. Maybe they redeployed. There are, yeah. They shot. There's quite a few up here, but they did not come here for whatever reason. All right. And this guy did not attack because of the support of the support low tank, and now it's over for him. Okay, that's going to do it for the episode. I hope to see you in the next one.